You might have heard of whistleblowing in the federal government. In fact, it really happens every single day. But let's talk more about it to help explain why it exists and why people do it in the first place. The main purpose of whistleblowing is to raise awareness of wrongdoing. Now, wrongdoing is not to be confused with a personal grievance, or if you do not like a policy. It is not the same thing. If you do not like your coworker, or you do not like your boss for whatever reason, that is not enough to whistleblow. Another example is if your office recently adjusted their telework policy and you're outraged because you enjoyed teleworking 4 days a week and they moved it back to 3 or 2 days a week. That in itself is not enough to do whistleblowing. So how would a person blow the whistle? Well, it could be as simple as a conversation with your supervisor, or maybe your supervisor's supervisor, or it could be more formalized in a call to the Office of Inspector General. No matter what federal agency you work with, the majority of them have an Office of Inspector General. They call it IG. There are hotlines listed online for your IG. So if you work for the Veteran Affairs, if you work for the Department of Justice, you can find their IG hotline number, call it, and make a formal complaint. Every time a federal employee blows the whistle, it is essentially to get the right information to the right people. So why is it called whistleblowing? Why does this even exist? In the past, you had some people that were either really low level, or maybe it didn't pertain to their particular office, but they saw wrongdoing. They clearly saw someone doing the wrong thing, and they didn't feel comfortable enough to say anything, right? And if they said something, the first thing that would probably end up happening is they would get fired, right? That's called retaliation. So now there's protection against whistleblowers. So if you reveal wrongdoing in your agency or in another agency, you are not supposed to be able to get retaliation. That means you should not be fired. You should not be giving a negative performance review solely because you were involved in whistleblowing. So what is wrongdoing and why would you even blow the whistle? Well, here's a few examples. First is a gross waste of funds. This is something like wasting millions of taxpayer dollars and then falsifying documents or trying to hide it in some kind of way. 2, an abuse of authority. This could be your supervisor or manager saying, hey, pick up my wife from the airport, or hey, plan my next family reunion. Or it could be your supervisor bullying you or intimidating you intentionally. That could be an abuse of authority. Next, it could be a violation of a law or rule. An example of this is providing classified information to somebody who does not have a secret clearance or does not have a need to know. Another example of this is like I talked about previously. IRS agents were abusing the pandemic relief funds. So when you see something like this occurring, it's clearly wrongdoing and you can blow the whistle. Whistleblowing is encouraged because it saves that agency time, resources, and money, and it saves the taxpayers their money also. And in the past, there's been a lot of major whistleblowers, from taking down president administrations to exposing pharmaceutical companies. So if you've experienced wrongdoing in your federal government job, understand that you always have the ability to blow the whistle. Now, if you're watching this and you want a better government job, but you do not want to stay in your same series, for instance, if you're 0200, you want a better government job, but you do not want to keep doing human resources. You want to move on to something else. Well, I have several job series that could fit your experience, and you can find out about that if you watch this video next. If you would like to see more videos like this, please click like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.